all propaganda has to be popular and has to accommodate itself to the comprehension of the least intelligent of those whom it seeks to reach. Adolf Hitler. Good morning or evening, wherever you're at. I fell asleep early and woke up early, really early. So on topic, we're going to talk about Nathan Oakley's propaganda. And also, I fixed my camera so it won't have so much blurriness whenever it's going in and out or whatever. So it should help. Autofocus is horrible on this camera, but it's probably because I'm so close to the camera. Okay, so let's begin. All right. Oh, let's go to this one. There we go. I'm going to play back something. So this is how this episode is going to go. I'm going to play back a little bit of this video from On Topic, which is an upload on YouTube. Quantum Eraser is a lying, ignorant gatekeeper. So we're going to play back a part of this. Then, because of the reasoning that Nathan Oakley, what he had uploaded was an edited version of what occurred on the Hangout, that what he uploaded misrepresents someone's stance, because it's claimed that the person who is being talked to, which John was talking to me, he assumes my position. He claims what my position is. And in his video, Nathan Oakley's video, it doesn't show me objecting to it at all when that part occurs. And therefore, it appears, and that's the narrative John and Nathan Oakley want, it appears that that is my position, and that I have no objection to it. And then you will see that in my video, where there is no edit, and I am saying it's mine, because I do what if Nathan Oakley uploaded the video, the same thing that occurred during the Hangout, it would be his video. But because he edited it, well, the unedited video is mine. And therefore, I am uploading my video on this episode, in which you will see the entirety of what I recorded on my computer. Unedited. 100%, and that is what you will see uploaded. And if he tries to strike me, I will respond. It's not like he's gonna stop me from streaming. He's not gonna stop me from making videos. It's not gonna stop me from uploading any videos. It's gonna keep going and going and going until the truth gets out there. And the more he fights against me, the more I'm gonna fight back. And for one thing, my livelihood is not based on making money off of these videos. Apparently it is for him. Okay, here we go. Start here.
Nature, natural phenomena causation cannot create algorithmic cybernetic coding and decoding schemes. That's DNA transcription and translation. Your position, Ebon, is the alternative hypothesis. Nature or natural phenomena causation can create algorithmic cybernetic coding and decoding schemes. So essentially you must show ink, paper, and glue molecules, authoring technical instruction manuals and blueprints.
Oh my goodness, you see that? You don't see me interrupting at all. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm gonna have to play back my copy of it. You can see that I'm talking.
If the analogy seems strange to you, here it is. Ink, paper, and glue molecules are ribose, nucleobases, and activated phosphates.
Up and down.
The technical instruction manual blueprints is deep.
This is where I'm muted by Nathan Oakley, probably afterwards. So let's go ahead and bring back the actual video here.
Witness, Stephen Hawking.
Then whatever created
so the natural law cannot create or destroy.
Plastic is not
nature or
position.
natural phenomena causation
That's not my
can
position.
create algorithm. Nature or causation of thermodynamics are in the first three. Nature or
position.
natural phenomena. My position, the null hypothesis. Nature, natural phenomena.
All right. Watch closely.
Phenomena causation cannot create algorithmic cybernetic coding and decoding schemes. That's DNA transcription and translation. Your position, Ebon,
It's
is
not
the
my
alternative.
position. That's not
Nature
my
or
position.
natural phenomena causation
That's not my
can
position.
create algorithmic
I'll say
cybernetic
it 5 more
coding
times. That's
schemes.
not my position.
So
That's not my
essentially, you
position.
must show
That's not my
He's
position.
a
That's
robot.
not my position.
He goes
That's not
robotic.
my position.
blueprints.
So when you assume that it's my position,
Yeah,
I'm telling you it's not my position.
Here it is.
So I'll say it 10
He's a
more
robot
times.
right now. He can't
It's
hear
not
you.
my position. It's not 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 my position. It's not
That
my
is not
position.
his
It's not my
position.
position. It's not my 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 position. It's not my
He
position.
can't hear
It's
you.
not my position. It's 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 not my
This
position.
is
It's not
awesome.
my position. It's not 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 my position.
We
You
have a-
understand that?
Shit out of you for the entire presentation.
You're kidding me.
No.
All I want to
just want-
say is it's not my position.
Yeah, so basically, had I have not shut you up with the mute button, you would have destroyed that entire presentation by saying that one sentence.
Yeah, because I
about
don't want the entire presentation
Yeah,
going with
okay.
it being my position when it's not my position.
What a prick. Thank you so much, Ibon.
Thanks for calling me a prick, asshole. All right, so while we play that back, isn't that pretty peculiar that when he plays his show, it's edited when he uploads it. Yet when I record the actual show on my computer, it's not.
Nature, natural phenomena causation cannot create algorithmic cybernetic coding and decoding schemes. That's DNA transcription and translation. Your position, Ebon, is the alternative hypothesis. Nature or natural phenomena causation can create algorithmic cybernetic coding and decoding schemes. So essentially, you must show ink, paper, and glue molecules authoring technical instruction.
You see that? See how I'm muted? It's like he's explaining it to me and I'm accepting that that's my position when it's not my position. When Nathan Oakley plays his show or uploads his show, it's edited out with people he doesn't want speaking. Although everyone within the Hangout can still listen to whoever's talking, right? As we just witnessed. So Nathan Oakley likes to edit his uploaded videos. Plus, he can just pretty much mute someone when it's live. But yeah, this is some skullduggery right here. and this matters here because look, this is where I pretty much stumped Nathan Oakley here. He's gonna quiet up.
To actually have a conversation. Do you think this presentation was made on the fly today for you?
No, that's my answer. Okay,
Right,
now,
so when he's making this presentation, do you think he's misrepresenting you and your position when he makes this presentation that was not made with you in mind?
Yes, because he said, this is your position, Abon, and I told him, no, it's not. And he continued to say it's my position.
I think the problem is that
Oh, that shut up Nathan Oakley really fast, didn't it? Okay, let's play this back again. Oh my goodness, I love it so much.
Nature, natural phenomena causation cannot create algorithmic cybernetic coding and decoding schemes. That's DNA transcription and translation. Your position, Ebon, is the alternative hypothesis.
Oh my goodness. My position.
Nature or natural phenomena causation
That's not my
can
position.
translation. My position, the null hypothesis. Natural phenomena causation cannot create algorithmic cybernetic coding and decoding schemes. That's DNA transcription and translation. Your position, Ebon,
That's
is
not
the
my
alternative.
position. That's not
Nature
my
or
position.
natural phenomena causation
That's not my
can.
position. Oh goodness. You know, this is actually because the actual conversation was edited, post-edited. The edited upload that Nathan has is his. The local copy of mine, which isn't edited, is mine. If he wanted his own show, his own hangout, uploaded without editing, it would be his property. But because he edited it, what's edited and uploaded is his. What's not edited is mine. Yeah, specified there. And I'm wearing the same shirt. Oh my goodness. All right. Now, before I play the entire unedited, uncensored video that I recorded on my computer where no one else is muted, I am going to go ahead and read some of the comments that I've had and some of the replies that I had. So if you want, you can go and stay. But before I show the video, I wanted to kind of present something to you. Now this right here, it's evidences for a non-pedophile. So my position, the non-pedophile hypothesis. Agnostics have sex with adults only, therefore cannot be pedophiles. Your position, Nathan and John, the pedophile hypothesis. Those who are not agnostics don't have sex with adults, therefore can be pedophiles. Oh wait, are you saying something? Oh wait, you're not here. But if you were, would I mute you? Probably not. Anyways, I had fun with this one. Okay, so enjoy the unedited video, and I'll be back to reply to comments.
Witness, Stephen Hawking. This argument about whether or not the universe had a beginning persisted into the 19th and 20th centuries. It was conducted mainly on the basis of theology and philosophy, with little consideration of observational evidence. This may have been reasonable given the notoriously unreliable character of cosmological observations until fairly recently. The cosmologist Sir Arthur Eddington once said, "Don't worry if your theory doesn't agree with observations, because they are probably wrong. But if your theory disagrees with the second law of thermodynamics, it is in bad trouble." In fact, the theory that the universe has existed forever is in serious difficulty, read dead, with the second law of thermodynamics. The second law states that disorder always increases with time. Like the argument about human progress, it indicates that there must have been a beginning. Any questions on those three hostile witnesses? They're all atheists.
I'm not an atheist, but okay, go ahead.
Created or destroyed. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. That's the violation.
Now I'm talking to Ebon right now. Are you Ebon?
Oh, okay.
John, that's
all right,
actually,
cool. So you don't want to talk?
hang on.
Yeah. All right, cool.
John, can I respectfully agree with his point there? He says that matter cannot be created nor destroyed.
That's a law of nature.
Yeah, so
right?
So is the creator
God? Does that have any sway on the Lord?
Is the creator external of the laws of nature?
Yes.
Okay.
He created them.
Magic.
The video programmer is not.
Oh, you broke up, John.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hello.
here.
The video creator is what?
Say, where did I stop?
The video creator is not.
The video
not
creator
subject to the
is not
rules.
subject to the laws of the game that he created inside the game. Sort of the conceptual framework of that.
One of the questions that I asked Paul and anyone else, when we talk about a creator, could the creator create something more powerful than themselves? Where that creator could be destroyed by what they created. So for example, can the creator create a more powerful being than himself?
Can the creator create a more powerful being than himself?
Yes.
I have no idea. Probably not. He's the creator.
So he's not all powerful.
Actually,
Yes.
John, let me speak to that real quick. I can speak to that. He asked me that, and I actually answered it.
Let's get to the evidences.
Well, let me address that quickly, and I'll let you get back because it's important. God cannot do that which is illogical because that would go against his nature. So he cannot create something that can destroy himself because that would counteract his nature.
Could he?
Illogical, like
walking
don't
on-
eat an apple.
Makes sense.
Like
Could-
walking on water.
Is that good? Slick, I'm talking to Ebon right now. We're going to get into the 4 proofs.
All right, keep going.
Ebon, you listening?
Yes.
Fact, information, code, software is only ever caused by intelligent agency, without exception. That is, whenever we find information existing and trace it back to its source, it invariably leads to an intelligent agent every single time. My support for that? Library of Congress, all books, all newspapers, all languages, all computer software. The information age.
DNA.
No hypothesis in support. Nature or natural phenomena causation cannot create algorithmic cybernetic coding and decoding schemes. Information. If you cry foul and claim that there's no information or code in the genetic code, you're screwed. From Hood and Gallus, the digital code of DNA. DNA has 2 types of digital information. The genes that encode proteins, which are the molecular machines of life, and the gene regulatory networks that specify the behavior of those genes. HP Yaki, the genetic code performs a mapping between the sequences of the 4 nucleotides in messenger RNA to the sequences of the 20 amino acids in a protein. It is highly relevant to the origin of life that the genetic code is constructed to confront and solve the problems of communication and recording by the same principles found both in genetic information system and in modern computer and communication codes. This is by HP Yaki. He's the father of information theory. It's not Claude Shannon. This was from Origin of Life on Earth and Shannon's theory of communications from computers and chemistry. Let's take a hostile witness. Richard Dawkins. There is enough storage capacity in the DNA of a single lily seed or a single salamander sperm to store the Encyclopedia Britannica 60 times over. Some species of the unjustly called primitive amoebas have as much information in their DNA as 1,000 Encyclopedia Britannicas. Do we have any problem so far about information?
Well,
Can I just? I didn't
This
get my
called
DNA point from John.
problem for you. There's information in there. So my position.
so
the null hypothesis.
you asked if I have any questions, and yes, I do. So
sorry?
is digital coding? Are there bugs in digital code?
Sure.
Okay. Are there any bugs within DNA coding, or any DNA within nature?
Yes.
There is.
Mutation.
So the creator created bugs within its own construct.
Not originally. It came after the fall. So yes.
Apple. What fall?
That it?
Any more?
What fall? What fall?
So when we say the
Oh,
fall,
Okay.
Anon is asking from the background what fall. He's just not being heard.
yeah, I had the same question. When we say the fall,
We want to
what do we mean?
Genesis chapter 3, the fall. That is when Adam and Eve were in the garden.
Now we go to Magic Land.
You
Oh,
know that
yeah.
story?
Yeah, I know
Now
that
we're
story.
going to Narnia.
Yeah,
fall.
I know the story.
They ate the fruit, then the fall. In fact, you could find the first law of thermodynamics and the second law of thermodynamics within the first 3 chapters of Genesis.
Really?
This should be good. Let's hear this.
Yeah, on the 7th day he rested. That's it. That's the end of creation. That's the end of matter being created. Number 3 is the second law of thermodynamics. It's called the law of decay. He puts forth about 5 phrases that states that man, from dust thou come, dust thou shall return, sweat on your brow, those types of things. That's the second law of
So,
thermodynamics, the law of decay.
Wow.
Entropy increase. So the first 2 laws of thermodynamics are in the first 3 chapters of Genesis.
That's a push. That's a stretch.
It's not. I just explained it. So, we ready to continue?
Yeah, I'm happy to move on.
My position, the null hypothesis. Natural phenomena causation cannot create algorithmic cybernetic coding and decoding schemes. That's DNA transcription and translation. Your position, Ebon,
That's
is
not
the
my
alternative.
position. That's not
Nature
my
or
position.
natural phenomena causation
That's not my
can
position.
create algorithmic
I'll say
cybernetic
it 5 more
coding
times. That's
schemes.
not my position.
So
That's not my
essentially, you
position.
must show
That's not my
He's
position.
a
That's
robot.
not my position.
He goes
That's not
robotic.
my position.
manual and blueprints.
So when you assume that it's my position, I'm
analogy
telling you it's not my position.
Strange to you, here it
So
is.
I'll say it 10
He's
more
a robot
times.
right now. He can't
It's
hear
not
you.
my position. It's not 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 my position. It's not
That
my
is not
position.
his
It's not my
position.
position. It's not my 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 position. It's not my
He
position.
can't hear
It's
you.
not my position. It's 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 not my
This
position.
is
It's not
awesome.
my position. It's not my position. It's not my
What is
position. It's
going
not my position.
on?
It's not my position.
It's
It's not my position. It's not my position. It's not my position.
We
Do you
have a-
understand that?
Shit out of you for the entire presentation.
You're kidding me.
No.
All I want to
just want-
say is it's not my position.
Yeah, so basically, had I have not shut you up with the mute button, you would have destroyed that entire presentation by saying that one sentence.
Yeah, because I don't want the entire presentation
Yeah,
going with
okay.
it being my position when it's not my position.
What a prick. Thank you so much, Yvonne.
Thank you for
Why would
calling me
you
a
do that?
prick. All,
Yeah,
he's
Nathan,
he's
it's all right
assuming
when
that
you
it's
stop
my
other
position,
people.
and I said it's not my position, and he won't shut up, and he
Making a
continues.
presentation, and you've just said the same thing. You've repeated yourself. I
Okay.
heard you the first time.
Thanks for calling me
Yeah.
a prick. Prick.
Do you want to rumpus the shit out of me saying the same thing 5 times now, Yvonne? Why did you need to do that?
Because I just told you, I don't want him continuing the presentation when he says it's my position when it's not my position, and he wouldn't
your
acknowledge that. He just kept going.
It is your position. I didn't
No,
hear
it
you.
is not my position.
You
Why
have
is it such a contentious point then?
Is that easy? Is it? Are you daft? When I say it's not my position, and you're saying no, it is your position. I'm saying no, it's not my position. You fuckhead.
Wow.
Why
Okay.
is this so contentious?
I'm not
So
contentious.
what is your position, Yvonne? What is your position? Which of these two options is your
I'm
position?
not choosing any of those options. Just because I don't
Ah,
choose any of those
nothing.
options doesn't mean that's my position.
Then is there a third option?
It's ignorance.
Oh yeah, the third
It's
option
always
is
been here.
ignorance. I see.
You
No,
can't already
it's not
know
always
why
been
it's
here.
not always been here from above.
It's always been here.
No.
Yeah,
it can't
you're
have
well,
always
that's
been
a
here.
violation of the laws of thermodynamics. We could talk about those right here.
Well, what's the purpose of laws of thermodynamics when you have an external creator god that can defy it?
Well, the laws of what comes first, the lawgiver or the law?
Why does the creator need laws?
What comes first, the lawgiver or the law?
Why does there have
Yeah,
to be a first?
The lawgiver comes first. Correct. There you go.
So who
We
wrote
can
the
follow
natural laws of
group.
nature? And you're going to say the creator. So who created the natural laws of the creator?
My third proof.
You're
We're
going to
going to
say
get into
there
it
are
right
no
now.
laws before the creator. Because the creator is all assuming. And how are we going to know that? And you're going to say, oh, because it's true. And I'm going to say, why is it true? How do
No,
you
I'm not.
find that it's true?
Right now.
Okay, then don't assume that that's my position when it's not my position.
I just
Because
gave
I
you
remember
that-
assuming that your position is one aspect. And you're going to assume that because I don't follow that position, oh, I'm on the opposite side of that position.
There's only two positions.
There's only two positions within politics, left or right. If you're not right, does that mean you're left?
There's only two positions.
Okay,
Either nature
no, I say there are there are not just two positions.
They are the ontological primitives. What's the third choice?
I already told you the third choice. Actually, you
Always
weren't there
been
for a third
here.
choice. There's a
Can't be.
there's-
That violates the first and second law of thermodynamics.
Well, hey, this position that we have, this third position, doesn't follow the law of thermodynamics because
Okay,
it's
here we
outside
go.
of it.
Yep.
There are only two possible
No,
answers.
there's more than two possible answers.
to that question.
Hold on.
Only two worldviews that can be held
No,
to
there's more
account
than two
how we
worldviews.
here. Either nature matter, that's unguided, or intelligent agency. George Wald, Nobel laureate, medicine and physiology. The reasonable view
my
was to
God.
believe in spontaneous generation.
It's so bad.
The only alternative to believe in the simple primary act of supernatural creation.
You're already
There
wrong when there is no third position. There is a third
Now,
position.
use
And we've
him
told you third
to-
positions.
He's an atheist, but
I'm not
for
an
a
atheist.
point of concept.
I already told you
There-
I'm not an atheist. I'm an agnostic. Do you understand the difference between an agnostic and an
That's not a
atheist?
That's a lack of knowledge. That's an argument from ignorance fallacy
So-
position.
Whoa.
There-
Tell
there
me,
is enough-
what is an agnostic?
They don't have enough information to make the call.
No. That's not what an agnostic
Yeah.
is. Here, why don't you Google it?
Yeah, that's
Tell me
what
the
an agnostic-
definition within Google results.
Knowledge means Gnostic means knowledge.
Hold on, John.
A means
Hold on,
without
John. Hold
knowledge.
on. Hold on. He's saying your definition of Gnostic doesn't meet his.
Agnostic.
That's what I meant. Sorry, agnostic.
Yeah, no, gnosis means knowledge. Agnosis means without knowledge. There's not enough information to make the call. This is common knowledge.
That is not common knowledge. Why don't you Google it?
I don't have to Google it. I know what it is.
No, because what you know is wrong. So if you can't even figure that out, how do we know that this is right? Obviously, this ain't right because you don't even know what one simple word means.
Nuh-uh.
Right, let
Just
me read
break
the
the word
definition.
down.
Let me just.
Just break
I've
the word.
got it if you want me to. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Paul. I was going to, but you go ahead.
A person who believes that nothing is known or can be known of the existence or nature of God or of anything beyond material phenomenon. A person who claims that neither faith nor disbelief in a God.
Now, can you read out the synonyms as well?
A doubter, questioner, doubting Thomas.
Doubting
challenger,
Thomas.
Hold on. Go ahead, Paul.
No, I said doubter, questioner, doubting Thomas,
Yes.
challenger, cynic.
Doubting Thomas, is he a disciple of Christ?
Oh, God.
Is he a disciple of Christ? Yes or
What
no?
does that have to do with your position?
That's my question. Is Doubting Thomas a disciple of Christ?
No. The point was you're an agnostic.
Are you saying no? I'm saying yes. Doubting
to make
Thomas
the
is a
call.
disciple of Christ. And
You don't
he's
have
a
to-
synonym of
Call.
agnostic.
I just made the call for you right here. In fact, it's information. Ironically,
Yeah, that's information. And again, you avoided the question.
it's information. I didn't avoid anything.
Yes,
You're
you did.
agnostic.
Is Doubting
No
Thomas a disciple of Christ?
A means without knowledge. That means a lack
Again,
of knowledge.
you're not answering the question. Is Doubting Thomas a disciple of
I
Christ?
am.
I already told you the answer.
I can address that. Look quick. Let me address it. Thomas was doubting until he had evidence, then he believed.
Exactly.
Oh, God. Get off this red herring fallacy.
No, that is exactly what it is. Paul is correct.
Paul is correct of what?
Of who Doubting Thomas is, which you wouldn't even answer.
Who cares about doubting Thomas?
You don't care
said
about one of the disciples of Christ?
Ebon.
Are you
Wow.
Hey,
serious?
John, Ebon.
You're
Let
going
me
to push
say
Jesus
something.
Christ, and you're not going to
means
even say that Doubting Thomas is any
Without.
important.
means
You're going to
knowledge.
say that a disciple of Christ isn't important, and you're going to push Jesus Christ? Are you
So
kidding
Hang
me?
on.
Give the
Hang on.
information.
Let me say something real quick. Ebon, the point is, my point was this. He was agnostic until he got the evidence. Then he
Exactly.
became and John is presenting evidence, and you're rejecting it.
No, I'm not rejecting it. I'm asking
You never know what
John a
agnostic.
question which he won't answer.
I
And,
did
and
answer.
agnostic is not what he says an agnostic is. He
It
didn't even
is.
know that Doubting Thomas was
Calm down,
agnostic.
guys.
He's pretty
Calm
much
down.
saying
Come
that
on, we don't
he
need to
would have.
raise voices.
If he's
And
saying
the word
Right, I'm going to read it
clown.
anyway because we're still recording, so I want to get it in. So, agnostic, 1870, one who professes that the existence of a first cause and the essential nature of things are not and cannot be known. Klein, coined by T.H. Huxley, supposed in September 1869. From Greek, agnostos, unknown, comma, unknowable. From a, meaning not, and gnosis, meaning to be known. So, not to be known.
Yeah, you're done.
Thomas became a knower.
yes, that's what agnostic is. He wasn't agnostic once he knew.
All times.
Now, it's not a belief system. It's about knowing.
That is.
An atheist
Yeah,
believes that there is no God. And an agnostic it cannot be known. How would we know?
Yeah, you lack information.
I already looked through all the information. I already know more about your religion than you probably know about your religion because you won't even answer it. Any question that I have about your religion, you're not even going to answer. And I'll tell you the answer because I've already looked at it. And you're going to tell me I'm ignorant. I mean,
You are. That's agnostic.
You're
That's
ignorant. You're believing in stuff that you have no actual evidence for.
Anything.
That creator of yours
Bingo.
will never show itself.
That's the only thing you can do.
It's not the only thing I could do.
Can I just say
told
something?
you all those different things I can do. And
Let me just say one thing. I just have one thing to say. Like, I agree with John, even to a certain extent. There's a chance that there is a creator who coded all this and, you know, all this.
I would agree
But
with that
how? Yeah, how do we jump from that to Jesus Christ? That's the gap that I'm trying to figure out how it's
We already established it. Listen to what I'm telling you. I already said Ebon must recognize that there is a creator first.
This is me. This is me. This is for me, John. This is for me. I'm telling you that I agree with you. That let's say I agree with you that there is a coder. Hold on. Let's say I agree with you. Let's say that I agree with you that there is a coder, that there is code and there's information and somebody.
I'm talking to Ebon.
Just trying to get to the end of this presentation. Come on, just let him get to the end of it.
But I agree. Like, I agree with it. Even at the end, yes, there is a creator. But how do we go from him to Jesus?
John, he's trying to talk to Ebon.
Are you Ebon?
Just carry on, John, please. I beg of you.
Yes. Yeah. So that's the first proof. He had some problems with me assigning him here with the alternative hypothesis.
You could just explain it. You don't have to assume anything about me in my position.
You already said I'm not assuming anything. You told me.
You said this is my position. Alternative hypothesis: natural phenomenal causation can create algorithmic cybernetic coding and decoding schemes. I do not think that is my position. I do not believe that is my position. I do not assume that is my position. That is not my position. So I'm telling you now again for the 100th time that is not my position.
It
so
is
continue again. Oh my God. Are you fucking kidding me? Keep going, but I'm just saying, don't say that's my position.
I just showed you it was your position.
It's not my position. Keep going. Yeah, that's not my position.
Let's go with the second proof. Is he gonna rumpus me on the second proof?
No, I'm not rumpusing you. You're just trying to put words in my mouth. I'm telling you not to do that. Now continue without putting words in my mouth and assuming what my position is when it's not my position.
Phenomena, photons, elementary particles, atoms, molecules exhibit both wave-like and particle behavior. The alternative hypothesis: if the witch path information is known or can be known, then we will observe no interference. That's wave function collapse. That's matter existing. The independent variable is known versus unknown paths. Dependent variables matter existing. The null hypothesis: the witch path information is not known or never can be known, then we will observe interference. That is no matter.
Is light matter?
Experiments without exception. Would you
light
like
matter?
On the delayed choice quantum eraser.
He can't hear you.
Is light matter?
No, he has one mode.
I'm not going to go over that.
So he can't hear you.
Delayed choice quantum eraser.
Is light matter?
So we can stop there.
Is light matter?
Yeah.
How?
I mean, how? How is light matter?
Yes, how is light matter?
I don't know how to answer that question.
Well, if it's yes, you should be able to answer that question.
How much is it weigh? Is magnetism matter?
What's the problem? Or is there any problems? You're not answering the question here.
Dependent variable matter existing, but is light matter? And
matter.
And I heard light is matter. So how is light matter?
Energy, and then I had elementary particles, atoms, and molecules. They all exhibit the same behavior
as matter.
In this environment.
So how is that matter?
Matter or energy?
How is that physical
they all
matter?
exhibit the same type of behavior.
his question is, how is that matter?
How does what matter?
How is light? How is energy matter? How is
Energy's not matter. Energy's energy. Matter's matter. Yeah. Yeah. So matter, energy. You know that things that exist.
So how is light matter? Is light
I
matter
didn't
or is
say light
light
matter, I said
energy?
light was energy.
Is matter and energy transmutable?
Matter's not energy. Energy's energy. Matter's matter.
So is light energy? I think that's what they're trying to clarify. Is light energy?
Yeah, how many times? Okay, for the 6th time, light is energy.
I think
Photons.
That's me
are
confusing
energy.
things. I said yes when he asked, "Is it matter?" I said yes. That's my bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you say
When
that.
you get a chance, I have a question. My question
Yeah,
is,
we're on the second proof.
here's my question. Does a person have to graduate from a university to understand the creator?
No, he doesn't. We'll get to the 4th proof here in a second. You don't. No.
Well, okay, but I'm just saying, it just seems like what you're reading off, you have to go to a university to understand all of that.
Yeah. Yep. You have to have some background knowledge of
Okay,
it.
so if that's the case, so the only people that can believe the creator is ones that have attended a university.
Well, it's not a belief.
Not
It's
really.
known.
I get to my 4th proof.
It's not belief, Slick James.
I'll put that to bed.
This is proof. This is evidence.
Does that answer your question?
This is
No,
actual
it's
proof of
the
creator.
one we're about now.
It's not
The
a
third
belief.
one, the laws of thermodynamics, we already kind of went over those. Do we want to go over these again?
Yeah, because it's relevant. We've got. I mean, I know Anon's going to pipe up halfway through, but yeah.
Yeah, we already went over. Yeah, we already went
before
over.
you do, I just want to make it clear to Anon. So this is covering the everything always existing bit.
Okay, let's hear it.
Here, right? Anon.
All right.
I just
Yeah,
want
let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Anon, after this has been done, to say it was always here, or whatever he kept parroting earlier.
Okay, let's hear this.
Perfect. Thank you.
First law of thermodynamics: the total amount of matter and energy in the universe is constant. We could summarize that statement. Nature or natural law cannot create or destroy matter or energy. Second law of thermodynamics: the amount of energy available for work is running out. That means the universe is moving to a condition of maximum entropy. Any problem with that?
So the first law just says that matter cannot be destroyed or created, right? Read the first law again, please.
Yeah, it's a natural law.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's the problem here? I don't understand.
I'm not taking the piss when I asked this. Did you not know that?
No, I know that matter cannot be destroyed or created. That's my whole point. That's why it's a loop. That's why there is a chance that it's all been here forever.
So tell me what the significance is in regards to you saying it was always just here.
It was never created or destroyed. It was always here.
Yeah, I think what he's saying,
And you
Nathan, is
see-
that a creator,
There's a key
created
word
by
in there. He says.
creating defies that first law. That's what he's saying.
Actually, he said say something very specific. Nobody caught it. I caught it
Sorry,
though.
Paul. Sorry, Paul. Anthony, just repeat what you just said, please, to Anon.
His point is that by having a creator, that in itself, ipso facto, defies that first law of thermodynamics.
Okay, well, that's just Narnia. That's Narnia land. Fine.
Oh,
If you want to believe that, that's great. But it's Narnia land.
Wait,
I hear you're.
Wait. I was
You're
trying to
missing this part.
reword the point you made. Did I misunderstand?
Yeah, you're missing
Look,
this
no,
part right here.
So
This is the most
basically having an external creator that isn't controlled by natural law or nature, it breaks the law of thermodynamics.
It doesn't,
Whereas
you're in a category.
We've covered this. We've covered this.
Yeah, we've covered this.
Let me
So
say,
in terms of you creating the bits and bytes for a computer game that creates people to fly, you're not governed by those rules.
Okay, but that's magic. That's Narnia.
That's
There's
magic.
no proof of this.
Or
If
creation.
you
There is no proof.
If you like,
Proof.
but hold on.
Would you agree it is
Don't
creation?
repeat the same bloody thing 15 times.
but as a
Right.
creator of code, I still have to follow the natural laws of nature. But my
Yeah,
But
code,
if you've made the
but
laws,
my code
then you
doesn't
don't.
have to follow the laws of nature that I am I am stuck in. I can create
But
code
you're not-
that
if you're
follows
creating
whatever I want it to create it with.
That's magic, Nathan.
You're not in Narnia. If the game you're creating is Narnia and you create the rules that are involved with Narnia, they affect you not one iota.
That is correct. I agree with that, except there's no proof of it.
Hold on.
I agree with the premise.
Right. So if you agree with the premise that you as a programmer are not governed by the laws inside your
Correct.
program, then the natural laws that we are governed by would be completely irrelevant to the person who made those laws.
So
But
are you
that- but
talking?
what-
So you're saying, hold on. So you're saying that the person, entity, company, whatever that created man also created all that you see around you, the mountains, the rock, everything, the molecule. I mean, everything. Not only he designed man, but he also created the rocks and the inanimate objects that is around, right? So there's like a rock factory where they create. How did he create the rock? Where did he
Who
get the
knows?
material to create the rock? Where did that come from?
Who knows?
Well, according to you, it was
My
just
point is,
there.
it's exactly that makes more sense to me if it's always been here
According to
instead
you,
of somebody having to manufacture it.
Literally,
Yep.
don't shut up. Yeah. According to you, there's no need to answer that question because it was just always there. Let's not worry about it. Right?
It's not
I
that you
have a-
worry about it; it
I'm
makes
gonna
more
say-
sense.
Yeah,
I
but
have
hang
a
on. I'm going
question.
to say it makes no sense if you're going to deny the idea that it has to have been created at some point to exist. Then we have a problem.
I have a
Right.
question.
At that point, which they won't concede, at that point, you then can't just have it magically come out of nothing because it defies a natural law. And if it is to be asserted that nature's created it, then it's going to be governed by those laws. This is the only reason I will concede and say, yeah, there's a creator. I hate the word because it's like an anthropomorphization of a person, and I don't subscribe to that. But ultimately speaking, when you get to this stage with natural laws, you can't have nature defying them. It's just so bloody obvious to me.
I have a
Right.
question.
But then
I have a question that I'd like to. Hold on, Ivan. Let me get a question in. So, if that's the case, then can the creator create gravity, and that's why we can't come up with a scientific method for it because the creator created it, and since he's above nature, he can create gravity, and that's why we can't tell you what it is.
Sorry, what's gravity?
What's gravity?
That's my point. I'm asking a
I'm not
question.
fine.
Is it listen, you're not hearing my question. Is it possible that the creator could have created gravity? And the reason that
We already
don't
heard your question. What's
I'm
gravity?
not finished. I'm not finished the question. You haven't heard
We
anything.
heard
Just
your
calm
question
down.
first time. What's gravity?
Calm down. Calm down.
how
Let's
Gravity.
take
come
it
no
easy.
one
I'm
calls John
if you
as
would-
rumpusing when he
Let me
rumpuses?
try. Sometimes, Slick, it's appropriate to answer a question with a question. So, Slick,
Listen, I'm
Could it
trying
be
to know. Hold on. I'm asking a question. Can I finish asking it
I'm trying
first?
to answer you, Slick. You don't have to
I didn't
like
ask
my
it. I
answer.
haven't
You don't have
asked
to
it
accept
yet.
my answer. You
I
just have
haven't
to
asked
listen
it
to my
yet,
answer,
Nathan.
which you won't do. So, Slick, I'm trying to answer you with a question.
I haven't
My
asked it
answer.
yet.
Is it possible for God to create unicorn farts?
I haven't asked my question yet, Nathan.
Yeah, you have. I heard it. Is it possible?
No, I
for God to
haven't.
create
No,
gravity?
you because you cut me off. I wasn't finished.
You said it twice. We heard your
No,
question.
I didn't say it twice. You cut me off twice. Now, I'll ask it again. If I can ask it uninterrupted, please. Wait till I get to the end. Have the patience. Now, what I'm asking is it possible, since the creator is above the law, that he can create a thing called gravity that nobody can scientifically prove because he created it, and that's why we can't scientifically prove it? Is that possible, is my question.
I don't know, in the same way as I don't know what a unicorn fart looks like. What's gravity again?
I'm asking you, is it possible that the way
You
that the
already asked it
I'm
20
not finished.
times.
Listen, he just asked me,
Question.
Nathan, I'm trying to give you clarity, but John won't let me. Nathan, can I give you clarity? I'm talking about the gravity that the heliocentrists claim. I'm talking about
Sure.
that. I'm talking to Nathan, John.
That's
And
like
Nathan,
a third
John, you
rumpus.
asked 3 times. What's gravity?
Nathan, I'm talking to you. Can you ask John to hold off, please? Now, do you understand my point? The point that I'm making is I'm not trying to describe what gravity is. I'm describing the heliocentrist point. They are saying that gravity exists, but we can't scientifically prove it. And what I'm asking is it possible that the creator created this gravity that we can't scientifically prove? Yes or no?
Let me try and answer it within the confines of your question. No, because in that model, everything came out of nothing. A big bang. There is no creator in that model, so no.
But didn't
That
everything
wasn't my
come out of
question, but
nothing
okay.
from this model? Where the creator created something out of nothing because he apparently can, because he exists outside of the laws of physical nature. But also within that point, the creator could also been created in the same way because he could have been created. Well, why? Because if you're not, if your third rule,
this gravity came from the same people who gave us the heliocentric model.
if your third rule that a creator has to create something and it can create it in its own construct, but it's not affected by that construct, well, the creator itself can be created in the same way. And you're saying no, it can't.
He's the creator. You're a knucklehead.
Why can't there be a creator of the creator?
Space.
Let me help. The answer the question that Slick asked, the answer is yes.
Thank you, Anthony.
Yes. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
We know John won't answer this question. So
Thermodynamics.
I like how you know things so matter-of-factly, John, but you won't ever answer a question so matter-of-factly. Like when I say, hey, the creator could have been created by another creator because it's outside the laws of that creation.
The shit out of an infinite regress fallacy probably 7 times.
Yep. So let me know when we're ready.
Wait. Are you saying that the creator cannot have its own creator?
Energy available for work is running out. That means the universe is moving inexorably to maximum entropy. Another way you could summarize the second law of thermodynamics is all spontaneous processes result in an increase in entropy of the universe. So since the total amount of matter and energy is constant and the amount of usable energy is decreasing, then the universe will end. That is the heat death, the big chill, ergo it had a beginning. We already established that above. So
the creator,
let's summarize.
So the creator needs to pay his electric bills?
Natural law cannot create or destroy matter and energy. And since the universe had a beginning, and since there are only 2 choices, nature versus intelligent design for how of that beginning, and since matter or nature can't pre-exist before its existence, then poof itself into existence. Before that, poof itself from non-existence into pre-existence, therefore a creator. Number 3.
Creator can create creators.
I knew it. So that's an infinite regress fallacy.
No, it's not a fallacy.
But the creator was created by a creator's creator, and who created the creator's creator?
Exactly. So we create programs, right? So we create things. Humans create things. We are created.
The words I'm using, Ebon. Infinite regress fallacy.
It's not a fallacy if it can be true.
What's an infinite regress fallacy?
For example,
please
explain. I can create.
Just run at me instead. Please.
It's right on screen.
Please explain what an infinite regress fallacy is, Ebon.
For me, it's not a fallacy. For example, I can
not what it is to you. Define what it is. What is an infinite regress fallacy?
I'm not going to tell you what a false dichotomy is. For example, I can create a program that can self-create.
What is
and it can go on infinitely. Now, I am also created by a creator.
Really, really slow. Are you just going to accept that you don't know what that is and then do it 7 more times?
Does it matter if I know it or not? When you can't even understand the logical.
Okay,
the logical process that I'm trying to explain.
You don't know what it is. It's really irritating.
It's really irritating when you won't even answer a question that I have, or even follow a logical process that I'm trying to give you.
Agnostic one. Don't be ignorant all the time. Just look at it while other people talk. Don't accept your own ignorance. I've told you the words 3 times.
I'm not being ignorant. And I would not like it if you called me ignorant. You can go ahead and boot me,
Do you have
but I'm
the
going to tell
urgency?
you not to call me ignorant because I'm not ignorant.
You don't know what a bloody infinite regress fallacy
Does
is.
that make me
I say
ignorant?
You say you don't
know-
know and then refuse to go away.
Do you know
Shut
what
up.
SQL stands for?
me
SQL.
tell
Do you know
that
what
you are
SQL stands
ignorant.
for?
You
No,
do
you're
not know what
ignorant.
infinite regress
Do
fallacy
you don't
is.
understand what
and
SQL
you're
stands
using
for?
it.
You're
It's
ignorant.
really, really,
Oh my goodness.
really
You don't know
irritating.
something and thus you are ignorant. Oh my goodness, you are
Yvonne,
ignorant.
Yvonne,
Why don't we just call each
Yvonne.
other ignorant? Because not everyone knows everything.
That's
Yvonne,
what
So
Can we
stop
calm
saying
down,
and calling other people
please?
ignorant.
knowing
You ignorant, ignorant.
what bloody ignorance is.
You're bloody
You're taking
ignorant,
offense.
ignorant.
You're pointing
You're
out that you're
bloody
not knowing
ignorant
something
fool.
ignorant.
You're a
By
bloody ignorant
definition.
prick.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my goodness.
How
I
frustrating is
can't
this?
stop saying you're ignorant. And
Hold
you
off.
won't even let me
Ebon,
talk.
Ebon,
Not knowing
Oh my
Ebon.
goodness, this
Like,
ignorant
relax,
fool.
man.
Oh my
Ebon,
goodness.
relax.
I'm just gonna call you ignorant, and I'm gonna
Don't
say,
get it.
hey, you're talking over me.
The
And you're
regress
rubbishing.
fallacy is he says he doesn't know, keeps using it, and then when I tell him to look it up, he's like, I'm not ignorant. How dare you?
I see it right on the screen, and you muted me.
Can we continue? I can answer his little question right here. Who created the creator's creator?
Oh, right. The infinite regress fallacy.
Oh my goodness,
Excellent
you guys
timing.
are idiots, and you guys just muted
Yeah,
me.
who created the creator's creator
just muted
conundrum? It's
me.
a fallacy, like you said. He is the creator. The creator can't be created, or else, well, he couldn't be the creator by simple definition.
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
logically,
yeah.
That's just
Okay,
plain
so-
ignorant.
Yeah, it's
That's just plain ignorant.
plain ignorant. That's just ignorant.
eternal always was.
That is just the definition of ignorant.
Yeah. So,
How is that ignorant, though?
so
Aristotle prime
If something is
Hey.
the creator,
first cause.
it's the creator.
yeah.
Denies
So-
it. You are forced into a logical checkmate, then reduced to introducing an infinite
Hey,
regress.
so who's creating this video that gets uploaded to YouTube?
Nothing can create itself.
Yeah.
because that
Okay.
would
So Nathan created this YouTube video.
do.
Now,
Also, there
did-
can only be
Did
one
Nathan
creator.
get created?
More
Who
than
created
one.
Nathan?
More blank time
And
is
then
what-
you're gonna rumpus me. You're gonna
As for
rumpus
the
me.
principles,
You're rumpusing
philosophical,
You
natural,
won't even.
realist,
You just want to keep
position,
going.
they
You
believe
won't
the
stop
universe
and
created
allow
them.
questions.
Ergo,
You
who
won't
created
stop and
your
allow
creator?
questions. How is anyone gonna want to follow you?
For that one,
You're just gonna keep rumpusing. How is anyone gonna follow you? If you want people to believe, or actually just know, I'm not even gonna say believe. If you want people to know that there is a creator, and you wanted that person to actually understand that creator and who it is, whether it's Jesus Christ or the
Ebon,
creator God,
Ebon, can I
then
ask
you
you a
gotta
question?
stop and allow people to talk and stop rumpusing them.
Ebon, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Oh,
Real
hang
quick.
on.
All right.
He appeals to rumpusing.
Yeah, that's basically what's just happened.
You do
You- you-
rumpus.
Ebon,
That get through. I've got to keep control of this because it's a show going out, and unlike Ibon, who clearly doesn't give a shit whether or
I
not my
do
show
give a
is
shit. Stop saying I don't give a shit.
ordinary life
I've
is
got
now looking
questions.
all over everybody so that no word can ever be heard.
Every time I
then-
ask a question, I get overtalked.
Like he's doing now.
And then I get called ignorant.
Hear what he's doing. He's going
You
to
understand what you're doing? You do
I
the
run
same
the
thing that
show,
grubbers do to
I
you.
wanna-
Do you understand that?
guarantee I will be heard. I'll just shut you up. Okay, Ibon? Don't
Go ahead.
rumpus me.
I'm giving you.
Yeah,
I'm giving you
I
as much
run
time
the
as you want. Just
show, Ibon.
stop putting
Yeah,
words
it's
into
intent
me.
like you're doing now to make my show unlistenable.
Ebon, calm down, man.
Shit out of anybody trying to explain anything ever if you disagree with it, and then saying the same fallacy over and over again, and when it's pointed out that it's a fallacy you don't listen and cry foul because somebody's pointed out that you are indeed ignorant, which is precisely what you are in this instance. But you won't actually shut up long
I
enough
see
for the
it
people
right
to
on the
hear it.
screen what the logical fallacy is, and I disagree with it. And I've got questions for you, and you don't even answer it. And then all you
So
do is
Ebon,
call
can
me
I
ignorant.
ask you a question, Ebon?
Yes,
Either employ the fallacy or you don't.
Please.
Chocolate. Please ask me the question.
Okay. If you have a creator, right? But that creator was created by something else, another creator, right? That creator can't be the creator, right?
You mean the first creator?
That's why it's ignorant,
Why is that ignorant, though?
because you just arbitrarily draw a line of the creator.
questioning Anon.
So we've created.
I'm not
You
drawing a
spoke
line.
well
If
with
there
Bond.
can only be
Of
one
course.
the creator, right?
Try again, Chocolate.
I'm asking, all right, so if you have a creator, right, a creator, but that creator was created by something else, that creator can't be the creator, right?
Yes,
Right.
it's a
So-
loop. That's why I'm saying
so-
it's a chain. So we can
But
create
the,
quote
but the
unquote
chain
artificial.
stops at the creator, right?
There's no way
'Cause
for
if it-
anybody. There's no way for any of us to be able to determine where that terminator line is.
No,
of
I
where is
understand
the
that,
end.
but while
Okay,
we're
that's it,
talking
that's-
about it, right? If something created something else, right, or that something was created by something else, it can't be the creator, right? Because we're going to use the pronouns the and a, right? So
Yeah.
the creator would be the creator that created everything, right? A creator, let's say that creator created something else that's another creator, that can't be the creator because it was created by something. Right?
Sure. I 100%
So,
agree. But
so
my
now I
point
don't
is you
understand
cannot
why
determine-
that's ignorant, though. I understand.
because
it. I
no,
get it.
because you assume that because you automatically assume a line, a terminator line that says, I am the one right below the creator. So the whoever created me must be the creator. So you draw that line. There's no way to know for you to prove where the a creator is and where the creator is. And people
So
just because they want to
No,
feel
there is-
special, they
there is
draw a
a
line
sense.
above themselves.
There is. Chocolate, ask your question again.
That logic would go round and round in circles.
No.
Yes, it would.
Yes. It
Hold
would.
on.
Stop.
Can you not on for the love of fuck?
Just
Right.
get Chocolate to ask his question again,
Hang on.
Nathan.
So that reasoning would go round and round and round infinitely,
Yes, like a loop.
Yes.
like a
Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
point.
but Anon, you're not understanding. Like,
point. So
you're not getting what I'm saying. Like, the loop stops at the creator, right?
I know that.
There's no more
Maybe.
loop.
so
Maybe.
Right.
define
I'm not saying definitively. I'm just saying.
regress infinitely. Hello. So this
that
anon would regress infinitely.
Hey, I'm not saying it's not an. If you want to call it an ingress foul,
Fuck up earlier while we were talking to Ibon, but you couldn't help it.
I didn't say anything. I was quiet. I
We're
was
talking to Ibon and you're talking now.
okay. I don't
Sorry.
understand your point.
Maybe you could let Chocolate's really beautiful point get hijacked by your shit while he gets the point across to Ibon.
I
Okay.
understand the point. I don't
Shut
agree
up.
with the point.
Come on, shut up.
That's the
You
only
guys can
reason
totally
why
shut
I was
up as much
asking
as you
you,
want.
Bond,
I'm on
because
here to
once,
talk. If
once,
you guys
once
just want
the
me to shut
foul-
up, then why don't you just kick me out?
He's rumpusing him.
Because
I'm
Ebon,
not
nobody
asking
wants to
who
kick
wants
you
to shut
out,
up,
man.
me or
You're
you?
just trying to talk.
We're posing
Right, I'm
questions.
not kicking people. Right, Anon. This is a conversation between Chocolate and Ebon. How difficult is it to just let him have the conversation with him?
Okay, I'll go on mute.
It's fine.
Thank
Anon
you.
pretty much pointed out exactly what I was gonna say. I mean,
What?
you guys have to
Re-
choose
re-
the
that it was-
finite limit.
Wait,
Otherwise,
so
you call it.
Ebon.
Otherwise, you
Ebon,
call
my
it
question-
infinite
my
regress
question-
logical
Urban
fallacy.
diarrhea.
Okay, so that's what you call
The
it.
end.
And I'm calling bunk on it because you don't know if it goes on infinitely or not.
Can't help it. Ebon,
Ebon.
the end is that it regresses infinitely.
And look, you guys aren't hearing me out. This is where you guys are being ignorant. Okay? Look, I understand your infinite regress logical fallacy model, your definition of it, and you guys don't agree that that exists. And so, how do you know that that does not exist?
No, we do think
What?
it exists. We're
How?
schooling you step by step, really painstakingly, in the fallacy you are using.
So you're saying that there is a finite limit to creation.
No,
Yeah.
we're saying that who created the creator's creator is a fallacy of infinite regress.
Exactly.
No, he's missing the point Chocolate makes where he draws the line in the sand. Chocolate, ask your question again. Just to Ebon.
Ivan, the reason I'm asking you this question is when the fallacy was defined to you, you said that that's ignorant. Now, I'm only asking the question because I'm trying to understand what it is, where you're coming from. Because what I understand it is if you have a creator, right, but that creator, that particular creator was created by something else, that creator can't be the creator,
The
right?
original.
There's a difference between
You're saying,
the
let's just say
creator,
the
if we're going
original
to speak
creator.
about it like that. Huh?
You're saying the original creator, or what people consider the Most High, because something has to
Yes.
come from somewhere. Yet, if it can exist outside the laws of nature, so if it exists outside the laws of nature, then whatever created the creator could also exist outside the laws of nature of that
But
creator.
that's
And you
what you're
guys are
missing.
going,
If
and
it's
that goes
the
into
creator,
yes, I know.
Ivan,
I'm
that's what
saying.
you're.
Look. Let me finish.
All right.
I'm saying
Go
that
ahead, go ahead, go
what you're presenting, John, of that has an infinite regress logical fallacy to it. But you guys don't
Bingo.
see that.
Bingo! Bingo, you're a clown.
Oh my goodness. Is
You
that
don't
all
see
you
it.
could come up with?
You're
That
a
I'm a
clown. No,
clown.
we don't see it. We just explained it to you. I just went through a presentation
Yes,
explaining this. You want to do it again?
Okay, you
Oh my
explained it to
God.
me. Okay, now tell me who is God? Who is the original creator?
Oh,
It's
okay. We on
irrelevant.
to proof number 4. It's the last one.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
All right, and this speaks to Slick's point because he made I thought a pretty good point
Yeah, I want to come back to that.
before concerning that you had to be educated or university educated to understand that there's a creator. So this one deals with that. It's called functional sequence specified complexity. Hallmarks reveal intent, purpose, planning, choice, interlinked systems, often with contingency, contrived, without deterministic law-like necessity. There are 3 types of complexity: random sequence complexity, ordered sequence complexity, and functional sequence specified complexity. Random is just like how it sounds, or an aftermath of a tornado. Ordered sequence complexity is just like how it sounds, just characters in a row, repeating characters. These are crystals, snowflakes, sand dunes, fractals. Functional sequence specified complexity is it puts the lotion in the basket, sandcastles, the genetic code, barbecue grills, Indy cars, hyper nanotech machines and robots, kinesin, ATP synthase, flagellum, cilia, all within your cells. So RSC and OSC is a nature construct. FSC, or functional sequence specified complexity, is an intelligent design construct. The difference between this and this. Everyone see the difference here? This is law-like deterministic necessity. This will never be built by nature. Any of the laws of motion, any ones that you conjure, will never build this. Let's take a look at the king of original life research, Professor Leslie Orgel. In brief, living organisms are distinguished by their specified complexity. Crystals are usually taken as the prototypes of simple, well-defined specified structures because they consist of a very large number of identical molecules packed together in a uniform way. Lumps of granite or random mixtures of polymers are examples of structures that are complex.
Who
but
doesn't
not
know this
specified.
stuff?
Crystal fails to qualify as living because they lack complexity. The mixtures of polymers fail to qualify because they lack specificity.
Who doesn't know this stuff?
Again, back
Can you get to
the
the
king
meat
of
of the
information
meat of the
you got
answer?
the attempts to relate the idea of order, that's ordered sequence complexity, with biological organization or specificity
Tangent.
be regarded as a play on words that cannot stand careful scrutiny. Informational macromolecules can code genetic messages and therefore carry information because the sequence of bases or residues is affected very little, or if at all, by self-organizing physical-chemical factors.
This is from the Journal of Theoretical Biology.
Here is that ink, paper, and glue molecules aren't going to get together and conspire to write a book.
Journal of Theoretical Biology. You guys don't like theoretical physics, but you guys like theoretical biology.
Theoretical physics. Ilya Prigogine, the king of the laws of thermodynamics. The point is that in a non-isolated system, there exists a possibility for formation of ordered, low entropy structures at sufficiently low temperatures. This ordering principle is responsible for the appearance of ordered structures, such as crystals, as well as for the phenomena of phase transitions. Snowflakes. In water, it's gas, steam, liquid water, and ice cubes. That's what phase transitions are.
If you go back,
cannot explain the
to
formation
theoretical
of
biology, can you show me the scientific?
What he's saying here is no amount of RFC, random sequence complexity,
I
or
can hear
ordered,
myself. I'm recording this as well.
or the
So I'm
combination
basically
thereof.
asking, can you show me the scientific evidence?
Ebon, I don't think he can hear you while he's speaking.
Yeah, I know he
He
can.
can't hear you, bro.
By complexity is one cholecystokinin. This is a peptide hormone, functional protein produced in the mucosal epithelium of the small intestine and stimulates release of digestive enzymes from the pancreas, vital for digestion and absorption. Without it, you die. Albumin, another functional protein, is only produced by the liver. It consists of a single polypeptide chain of 580 amino acids. Of its many functions, its main function is to maintain intravascular, oncotic, colloidal osmotic pressure. It's vital to homeostasis. Without it, you die. They are functionally specific, sequentially complex. You cannot interchange these. They don't do the same job. They are specifically designed for their specific roles and specific functions. If you're still having a case of willful stupids with complexity or mindlessly parroting pseudoscience priests, call or email the SETI Institute, that's the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, and ask them how they tell the difference between random sequence complexity / ordered sequence complexity and functional sequence specified
Extraterrestrials.
They'll tighten your shot group right quick. Information, all of biology, life, the genetic code, replication, transcription, translation, all metabolic pathways, all of physics, quantum mechanics, basically all of reality are the quintessential examples of functional sequence specified complexity, therefore a creator.
So
thanks for your ear. Have a nice day.
So theoretical physics, what are your thoughts on theoretical physics, John?
Extraterrestrials.
Pointless without experimental application.
So,
but wait a minute. Let's get back to our question. Hold on.
I'm asking John a question. I'm gonna see if he's gonna answer it.
Complexity, that is a red herring fallacy.
Wait, what are your thoughts on theoretical physics?
What are your questions and comments regarding functional sequence specified complexity?
Theoretical physics. Are you saying theoretical physics is bunk?
Theoretical physics is a red herring diversion fallacy.
So will you let me finish? What about theoretical biology?
Okay. Let me ask you another question. Is this a red herring fallacy?
You have theoretical biology within one of your
proofs. Is it a pointy bond? Is it a pointy bond?
Yes, there's a point.
Okay. Where are we at? Where at?
You can just do a search right there, Journal of Theoretical Biology.
Where at?
You just passed it.
Where at?
You just do a search for it because you're not looking for it.
I'm going through
right there. By H.P. Yockey, a calculation of probability of spontaneous biogenesis by information theory. Journal of Theoretical Biology.
It's okay. Yeah. That's okay.
So theoretical biology is fine, but theoretical physics is not.
This is not theoretical.
It says theoretical right there. Do you understand what the definition of theoretical biology is?
But this isn't theoretical.
It's in a Journal of Theoretical Biology.
micro macro
Can you show
molecules.
me? Can you show me the
We already
scientific
know that.
experiment of that
What is this? This is
article?
theoretical.
Show me the scientific experiment for
Scientific
that
I
theory.
just heard something about SETI, the
DNA
search for
causes
extraterrestrial
protein
intelligence.
to existence.
Can you
Do you
show
need
me
me
this?
to
Can you show me the scientific experiment? I'm holding you in the same regard as a
Supposed to
Glober.
go ask the SETI.
I'm.
Yeah. What's the problem? This isn't theoretical.
This is theoretical. Okay, so it's not. It's
This
pseudoscience.
isn't theoretical. This isn't theoretical. We already know
Well,
that DNA.
So instead of being in the Journal of Biology, it's in the Journal of Theoretical Biology. You shut up. I'm telling you something, and I'm asking you something, and I want you to show me something. Show me the scientific experiment for this paragraph.
Ibon, what are you doing?
Would you shut
Ibon,
up?
Ibon, what are
I'm
you doing?
telling you.
I'm holding John to the same regard as any Glober who cites something scientific theory. I want to see the scientific experiment.
Theory.
You say it's not a theory, but it's in Journal of Theoretical Biology.
Start answering you, Ibon. You start talking again. What's your malfunction?
I'm asking a question. You won't let me finish.
Yeah, I've heard the question. Every time he starts answering it, you start repeating it. Then you go on about how you're
He's
telling
not
and
answering it.
time.
He said
Now you're
it's not
talking
a
over
theory.
me. Now you're talking over me, Ibon. What is your malfunction?
You guys aren't answering the question.
He hasn't given. Literally, the moment he starts talking, you repeat the question again.
Well, let him answer the question then.
I did answer the question like 6 times.
Then what was the answer?
I told you that this isn't theoretical.
John,
Okay.
you couldn't hear the answer because you carried on talking.
He says it's not a theory, but it's in the Journal of Theoretical Biology. So I ask him, provide the scientific experiment so I can see it that it's not pseudoscience.
They could post information could be posted in any number of journals. This is absolute fact right here.
You guys ask the same thing from any Glober who cites a scientific theory, but you guys won't hold up to that same standard.
Why? We already said that DNA produces protein.
So show me this article, this calculation of probability of spontaneous biogenesis. Let's see the scientific experiment.
I already told this is already known. What do you mean the scientific experiment?
It's already known that it's already known that the Earth spins. I don't need to show you an experiment. Is that your answer?
I think what the real problem is that this citation has come from a book called The Journal of Theoretical Biology, and I think that's where Ibon's having that problem.
And I had to go ask SETI, search for extraterrestrial. I had to go talk to SETI. You understand? He quoted SETI.
Yeah, I did. SETI.
Yeah.
They're searching for
extraterrestrial.
Yeah, so now what John's now going to do is repeat the same shit 5 times over the top of you, John. Right, we heard you. Now shut the fuck up.
Don't you see the analogy here with random sequence complexity and ordered sequence complexity? They're looking for intelligence. They don't care about random sequence or ordered sequence complexity. They're looking for this. So I'm eliminating the conflation between these random sequence complexity and ordered sequence complexity and this. That's how I did it. It's easy. It's a well done.
After having seen this and not having any of my questions answered, I'm pretty much
shut up.
Yeah, again, shut up. I'm pretty much in the opposite regard now. I mean, I don't think there is a creator.
I have questions about whether DNA can produce
you guys
functional
are so spiteful of any question.
Literally,
let me ask Ibon.
During 90% of your presentation, Ibon talked. Now he's claiming he understood and listened, even though he claimed that you were rumpusing him during your presentation that he didn't listen to a word of.
So
Ibon,
I can't ask
Ibon,
questions.
you've just said. Hang on, Ibon, you just said that.
Presentation, Ibon. Yeah,
I saw the entire presentation. I listened.
You're doing it to me right now. You couldn't keep your mouth shut and just listen.
Well, you guys can keep your mouth shut about putting words in my mouth, saying, "Oh, this is your position, Abon." And I go, "No, that's not my position." That's the only time I piped up.
If you can shut up long enough to actually have a conversation, do you think this presentation was made on the fly today for you?
No, that's my answer. Okay, now can I talk?
Right. So when he's making this presentation, do you think he's misrepresenting you and your position when he makes this presentation that was not made with you in mind?
Yes, because he said, "This is your position, Abon," and I told him, "No, it's not." And he continued to say it's my position.
I think the problem is that we can't talk to John when he goes off on these rants, and there's no back communication.
I stopped it each.
Look, if what you've provided stands up to scrutiny, then yes, that's great. Now I'm trying to hold it to scrutiny and ask you this Journal of Theoretical Biology, this article. I would love to see the scientific evidence for it.
The name of the journal. Don't you understand?
Fine, but can you provide me this?
Macromolecules?
Okay, can I
Don't
talk?
you understand this?
I understand it. I can read it. I can hear it.
Again, it's happening again, Ibon. He's trying to answer you.
I know his answer because he repeated it 20 times. You guys won't
shut the fuck up.
You guys won't let me talk.
You're talking after answering a question. He's now answering it, and you're asking why we won't let you talk.
He's giving the same answer 20 times.
So you're going to talk again, are you, dipshit?
Yes, I'm going to talk again.
Well, why don't you fuck off to your own hangout on your own and talk to yourself?
Why don't you kick me then?
I want you to listen to the bloody answer.
I have listened to the bloody answer.
You're not. You're talking incessantly.
I'm talking to answer you.
You've asked a question, and now you want to talk to answer, do you?
I asked the question. He answered it 20 at the same time, and he won't ever
shut the fuck up.
No, I'm not going to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you've asked a question, and you want to be given
a question because I'm not giving the answer.
Should we listen to your question?
Yes.
And then give you time to answer your own fucking question, Ibon?
No. I mean, you don't have to. But I'm holding you to the same standard as
Shut
Globers.
up.
No, I'm not going to shut up. No, I'm not going to shut up.
Shut up,
No,
or
I'm
I
not
will
shut up. You go ahead and kick me.
Shut up.
I'm trying to hold you to the same scrutiny.
The answer, or I'll just have to surmise that you are basically intolerable.
Do you not understand how this is
You're
very similar to Bob Nodell?
You're completely intolerable.
You've
asked a question. Now you literally want a set specific amount of time to answer your own bloody question.
Do you understand
it's totally
how you're being Bob Nodell in the situation, Nathan?
You've asked a question. Now you want a set amount of time to talk after you've asked a question. That's totally unreasonable, Ibon.
It's not unreasonable. I'm
right.
asking a simple question.
Then nobody else get given an opportunity to talk. You talk indefinitely after you posed a question, and you think that's reasonable.
There's an open space right there. Okay? No one else is talking. You're going to talk over me probably. But
I would like to ask questions.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm waiting patiently, and I'm not getting a chance to respond or
go
ask
ahead.
Because you're hogging the mic.
I'm not hogging it. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm not hogging the mic. Go ahead. I'm not talking constantly. You go ahead and talk.
You just said a whole bunch of words when I said go ahead.
You are fundamentally retarded
at
this point.
I said go ahead, and there was a big space
go ahead,
of time
and then carry
for him
on
to talk,
and he
just
now
said,
you're
Relax.
Just
Guys,
ahead,
we have a new guest.
Sleeping Warrior.
We have a new guest.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hey, I just got to say one thing. The reason objects have different weights when you weigh them in different locations is because the air pressure or the buoyancy factor is different. So when you change the air pressure or the medium of the surrounding an object, buoyancy force will apply an upwards lift. So you get a lower pressure, a lower weight the higher the pressure, and a higher weight the lower the pressure. That's why things weigh less.
Any evidence that that's true?
Yes, that is absolutely true. You can check it out. That's why it happens.
How measurable?
Google.
How measurable is it?
When you say you can check it out, what do you mean by that?
You can take a scale, put it in a chamber, put a weight on it, and then just start increasing the air pressure, and you'll notice the weight going down.
Right, but you said you could take a way to measure things in different locations, not in different laboratory setups.
But here's the thing: whenever you go to a different location, you're changing the air pressure subtly. So of course you're going to get a different reading on the scale. That's all
Can
that
you do it on,
happens.
on an elevator?
Right? Millibars, right?
I mean, it doesn't really matter how it's measured. The difference is that it's going to be measured differently. It doesn't matter what unit you use.
Does it have a name, this phenomena?
Yeah, it's the buoyancy force of the medium will the higher the buoyancy force, the lower the weight of an object on the scale. So if you
does it have a name?
I don't know.
At this point, it's got no name. So there's an observed phenomena, but no name. And
I think that's the Galileo thermometer principle. Instead of medium water is the medium air, but it's just got to be very, very minute. I don't know how much accurate your scale have to be in order to, actually record that. And can you do it on an elevator? I mean, that's a good way to do it. You could just get on one of those really high rises and
but if
go to the very top.
If the place where your is contained, it's not going to the air pressure won't change. So you have to change the air pressure. So
I don't think so, because I have the watches. You know those watches that have the air pressure on, like those Casios. I have one of those, and I tested on the elevator. If I go on the elevator for my work, it's a tall tower, and the very top, and I just look at the MPH reading on my Casio. As I go down, it records it. So the building is not hermetically sealed, so the pressure differences are there.
So yeah, but so if you were going to do this, you could. I mean, the easiest you were trying to find the cause of why things weigh different when you move in different spots. And here's the variable. You just check it out, man. The weight is the medium of the density of the medium and the density of the object, and that's all.
I see what you're saying, though.
So that makes sense. Move to a different location. And
can I just ask?
Yeah.
Right, the hand. What made you ask that question when you joined?
No, I just heard you guys, because he was just like, oh, I don't know why you'll get a different reading. I don't know why you'll get a different reading. And there's all these like, well, it could be that. I'm telling you, it's this. You can scientifically test why the reading is different just by adjusting the air pressure in a chamber. The weight will go up
so
when
it's not the position.
The position has nothing. The position has nothing to do with it. The higher up you go, weight goes down. Because weight goes up because less air pressure to support it. They'll say it's gravity being weaker, so the weight is going down, but it's not. It's just the pressure of the pressure is going down. So you get more pressure applied to the scale. Weight is not gravitational pull. Weight is a solid's pressure. That's all it is.
Well, thank you for that.
Thank you. We needed that. We really needed that.
Can I ask Slick a question or two? Or are we going back to that previous point?
Oh, don't get me started on Slick, please. He mentioned 2 belief systems that he has when he says he doesn't believe anybody ever went to the dome. So there you go. 1, you believe somebody didn't go to the dome. 2, you don't believe in a dome. So he just contradicts himself. So I don't even know why. It's not even worth going on and on anymore about it.
Slick, do you remember your question that you last asked? Your question was something like, is it possible that the creator could create a force that science couldn't detect or measure or whatever? Do you remember that question that you asked?
Yes.
Could you re-ask that question to me and let me answer it?
Yes. What I'm asking is that since the creator is outside of the law, can the creator create something that can't be scientifically validated, something like the heliocentric thing of gravity?
Okay. I actually think that the creator, because I do accept there has to be a creator, I actually think that the creator has deliberately done stuff to make us think that things may appear to be one way, but they're actually the opposite. And we as man, the species known as man, some of us have realized that there is this perception that it could appear at times, like, for example, the stars. I see the stars as the creator's way of trolling mankind and saying, hey, look, I'm going to put these stars here. It's going to make you think that you guys are spinning when you realize that they're there. But actually, they're not actually spinning. I'm going to create a different perception or a different perspective that gives that creation that perspective. But actually, it's something completely else that explains it. And I think that the creator's actually trolling us by making it look like at times, on the face of it, it looks like a sphere. But when you dig below the surface, you realize it can't be. It's like trolling for me. So yes, the answer for me is yes.
So the creator is a troll and created.
I think so.
I don't. I could slightly disagree. I don't think the creator or God, whatever, is trolling. I think the trolling came from the people who looked at that stuff and said, "Hey, that must be us spinning."
Well, obviously,
That's
in
where I think the
Revelation,
trolling comes from.
so who
Even though I
disagrees
do
with me,
understand
right?
your point that you can look at it and see different things, and I get that, depending on how you interpret it.
Chocolate. In the book
What-
of Revelation, right, it's well known that there's a reference to something called the Great Deception. John talks about it in the book of Revelation, right? And everyone asks, well, what is that great deception? And the reason why I recall this is because when I did Sunday school back in the day, Revelation was always a book that we always did a lot of work in. And the great deception, people speculate as to what it may or may not be. For me, flat Earth is that great deception because there are times when it does look bendy as shit, and there's other times when it's flat as a pancake. But you can manipulate the science around it to make it seem like it's spherical, and dumbasses will believe it that just accept authority. But us that are questioning it, that we're not necessarily believing it, we're asking the questions. But for me, that great deception is flat Earth.
Can I add something real quick to that? People ask a lot, well, the moon, look, it looks just like a rock. Why would the creator make it look like a rock? Because he wants to see if you will trust the senses that you have that say rocks don't float in midair, or will you trust some expert that tells you it does? And that's just simply what it comes down to. Will you trust yourself and what you know is real, or will you follow the crowd and just go along with everybody else?
Ooh, that's well
The moon's
put.
creation for me. The moon's creation for me. I don't know what the moon is, but I realize that somebody beyond us must have made it because there's no logical explanation for why it sits up there.
Is it like a moon factory? Do they make a whole bunch of moons, or is it just one? Like
I think
one
it's gnome
moon.
factory that the gnomes make our world and we are subject to the gnome. It's not God, it's gnome.
Can I address that theologically?
Yeah, go on.
And I'm probably going to stir up this pot. I know it's been pretty heated, but this is probably going to stir it up again. But in my view, if God is the grounding of all reality, and he's the grounding of truth, even truth or morality or reality, however you want to phrase it, and the grounding of everything, there's one aspect of that. If he's trolling or deceiving, that counteracts that. So God can't be deceptive. If he's truth and he's the grounding of truth and grounding of reality, he can't be deceptive. So that's one aspect of it. The other thing is that concept, the great deception, if you look at it from the biblical perspective, it says that God allowed them or caused them to believe a lie. But in the sense, but the reason they did that is because they refused to accept the truth. So in a sense, he locked them into their preconceived notion of not accepting the truth. So the great deception is that. Does that make any sense? From a theological perspective, purely from that perspective.
Yeah, to add on to that too, like we sit here and sometimes I get so sick of the flat earth debate because I'm like, ballers, what will you accept as proof? We have water finding level. We have air pressure needing a container. We have so many physical, mathematical certainties that the earth is flat, but they just refuse them all. So it has to be a religious belief system when you're just denying reality. They will deny the reality of never seeing mass orbiting mass to believe that it happens, so they can believe they are on a ball that's flying through space. Never seen mass floating in a vacuum, never seen it, but they'll believe it. Religion.
But that religion is a control
If
mechanism.
you ask those same people, are they spinning at 1,000 miles per hour? They'll tell you yes. But then you ask them, do you feel it? Has any human ever felt it? They'll tell you no, with a straight face. It's like,
that's the brainwashing.
It's like freaking zombie.
How do you reach that? How do you reach somebody like that? What do you do when they will see reality and say, no, that's not it?
You don't. You just have to wait.
Yeah, maybe it's just not their time to understand it or realize it. I mean, you can't force anybody to think about these things. Those are things like, for me, those are things I was thinking about when I was 10, 11. Why don't we feel this nonsense moving? Why don't we feel any type of movement? Now, other people have probably went all their lives and never asked themselves that question. Just accepted, oh yeah, well, we're definitely orbiting and rotating and doing all that, and there's a reason why we don't feel it, and they just accept it.
I mean, that's the same thing as far as like me, like I I like and I follow Jesus. Everything that he teaches, I understand it and I like it. But when it gets down to believing Christianity as a religion, I'm not for it. I'm against it. I just look at the leaders who are.
He's not a religion. That's your first problem.
Okay, thank you. Now, here's the thing: is whether I believe in God or not is going to be basically up to God. It's going to be based on what I experience and whether I have an interaction with God or not. It doesn't matter how great a presentation like John's was. It's not going to convince me, just like it's not going to convince others, no matter how many great videos of flat earth we make. It's not going to convince globe earthers to switch sides until they're ready to.
Oh yeah, you have a preconceived bias. That's why.
Hey, hang on a second. Let me say something to Ebon. Something he said, and I'll address this. It'll address it correctly. You said, Ebon, you said you follow Jesus, right?
Yes.
You said that. Okay. You ever heard of C.S. Lewis?
Yes. He's the
Okay.
he's the writer of the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, the entire series.
Yeah, exactly what Nathan goes after. But he said something in a book called Mere Christianity. If you read it, it's a really good book. But he said something in that book. He says, you've only got 3 options with Jesus. You've got 3 options if you believe the historical record. He's a liar, a lunatic, or he's Lord.
Yep.
Because he made claims about certain things that only one of those 3 would apply to him.
Sure. And I could see him as the Lord, but is the Lord the creator? And also, are the people who are writing about the Lord being 100% accurate? Those I don't know. That's why. Oh, wow. I got removed. Holy shit. Oh, why is that CMN there? CMN logo, no. All right. I got removed from the Flat Earth debate on Nathan's Hangout. Apparently, they don't like what I say. And I'm a flat earther. I consider myself one. All right, this is gonna be live. I just can't believe this. Basically, Nathan Oakley, as much as I liked him, pulled a Bob Nodell, which is ironic because Bob Nodell pulled a Bob Nodell on Nathan Oakley. And I'm trying to hold the flat earthers to the same scrutiny as they hold the globe earthers when they present theoretical information. To look at the scientific experiment regarding things. And they won't even go there. And then someone asked me a direct question and I answered the question. Someone basically removes me. Now, I'll bet you that the next Oakley show, the upload probably or uncut, they'll probably cut it. And if it's cut, shit. I guess I am all alone. There's still a few people out there. Do I have time to upload this? I'll have to upload this later. All right. You'll see me later. All right. So you saw that. That is unedited, uncensored. You get the whole thing. It's mine because what was used in that Hangout and uploaded on Nathan Oakley's channel was an edited version of that. Because to have someone who's in there when you're stating that your position, in this case, John, Nathan, the pedophile hypothesis, those who are not agnostics don't have sex with adults only, therefore can be pedophiles. When someone claims you have a position and that person is yelling out multiple times repeatedly that that is not my position, and you're gonna mute them on post processing. I don't know at which point that you edit or mute, but to publish that, where when people see it and they don't hear that person saying, no, that is not my position. All right, so there's a busy day today and tomorrow. I probably won't live stream the rest of today. I may tomorrow night, on Sunday night, and definitely on Monday I am gonna have a special guest, which I am excited to have on and talk to and get any of his knowledge and information. But until that time, you're just gonna have to wait. And before I log off of this video, I am gonna go over some channel comments, and I'll start with my backup channel, which Nathan Oakley copyright struck, which I can't live stream anymore. Otherwise, you would be seeing this on my backup channel. And let's go start with let's see. Oh, okay. All right. So Tim Osmond, you appeal it. That is your video. You can't copyright a Google Hangout. Oh, well, once I figure out how to appeal it, which I can't appeal it. It's still under review, but I can't live stream my backup channel until they are done reviewing. That's my guess. Zeus Scott, no, I don't know what that means. Skull and Bones. We need critical thinking. So I was checking out a few Flat Earth channels, and this one I was watching live. The Flat Earther channel was having good civil discussion with a gentleman that was trying to explain his points on why the Earth is not flat. Nathan comes on and hijacks the show. It's not even his channel. He filibusters the caller and ruined the show. The owner of the channel closed the whole show early. What a asshole Nathan is. Nathan continually does old tricks some radio talk shows do, or some questionable debaters do. For example, when a caller is starting to make a good point and prove their point, which will or may prove the one they are debating wrong, or still doubt with the audience, the radio host or pundit or Nathan will talk over them and insult them to try to make them hang up or get them to say something while they are provoking them so they can hang up on them. It did not take long for me to see Nathan's antics, modus operandi. I am time to time one of your audience, agree or disagree, always wishing you and your great family well upon. Thank you. We need critical thinking, which we do. Zeus Scott, the church must be reminded it is not the masters or the servants of the state, but rather conscious of the state. Zeus Scott, I'm not sure who you are, where you're coming from, but you got some thought-provoking comments. Oh, Nathan Oakley, 1980. I didn't strike you. You are a liar and a thief. My reply: somehow my backup YouTube channel is copyright struck where I cannot live stream ever since you stated in the live stream that, which is 2:36 at 59 p.m. on this YouTube live stream. Nathan Oakley, 1980. I do this for a living, Ebon. Are you seriously going to make me strike you for stealing my shit? Keep commenting on my videos. Liar, hypocrite, thief, and gatekeeper, Nathan Oakley. Alright, let's see. 3 views. Could have just said sorry and sort forgiveness, but instead you make up lies about me. Well, now I know what a massive liar, thief, and cheat you are. Isn't it enough that you stole from me? Now you are making up lies about me. Rotten hell. And my reply: like I give a crap about views. I've continuously made videos for 3 years despite the amount of views and subscribers I had. If my claims that you being a liar are false, you should defend your position. Instead of that, you claim I am a massive liar, thief, and cheat. 1, tell me one lie I've ever told. You won't find one. 2, what did I steal of yours? The video I have with the Hangout is unedited, where I, along with others, are unmuted. In fact, you stole our voices in this conversation in order for you and John to just direct your own narratives. 3, tell me one instance where I've cheated. You won't find one. Nathan Oakley again. 4 views. Hope it was worth it for you. worth it, Ebon, you thief. Steal from me, then make up lies. What a bastard. Me, again with the views. Like I give a crap about the views. I've continuously made videos for 3 years, despite the amount of views and subscribers I had. If my claims that you being a liar are false, you should defend your position. Instead of that, you claim I am a thief and a bastard. First, I am not a bastard. My father and mother were married when I was born. Second, tell me one lie I've ever told. You won't find one. Also, the video I have with the Hangouts is unedited, where I, along with others, are unmuted. You, however, stole our voices in this conversation in order for you and John to just direct your own narratives. Now, I want to get over to my main channel. My main channel has 1,351 subscribers, 778 videos, and those are the videos that you can see that weren't taken down. I probably have at least 100 more. I started in 2009. What is it? When did I begin? If you look at me, my stuff, you'll see that I started back in 2006. Maybe I have to go to, where do I have to go to? About? Yeah, see, I joined on March 1st, 2006. And let's see. I want it. The thing is, I want to show all my videos. But if you click on my videos and you keep scrolling down, it limits the amount of videos you can view, which is very perplexing. For example, look, I keep going and it's going to keep loading, right? You're not going to see all the videos I've ever made on YouTube. It stops at the hypocrisy of On Topic with a Bond, the hypocrisy of everything 7 months ago, which is bullshit. Let's see, analytics, lifetime. Oh, here it is. March 1st, 2006 to May 3, 2019. And how much money have I made? $40.64. I haven't even taken that out. I don't even know how you do it. Let's see. Let's go to my videos. Here's my videos. Oh, that one. So I started off with just in 2009. Sorry, it's just a habit to refresh just so people know I have the most updated information that I'm presenting. And of course you can see my last upload was the notification that I am live, indeed, live streaming. You would think that someone who has 3 or 4 views would stop making videos. Let's see, I'm trying to find, okay. On Topic, upload, numerology, 7 views. You think I would stop there on April 26th? No. Oh, look, On Topic, Archimedes' principle and gravity have a 2048-year problem. 8 views. You think I would stop there? Nope, I keep going. Let's see. Upload, On Topic, ancient civilizations were flat earthers. How did they predict things? 8 views. You think I would stop there? No, keep going. Oh, how's this one? Look at that. Live feed, upload, American Robins, the 4th egg. 4 views. You think I would stop going? Nope. And these aren't just like 2-minute videos. These are like hour 48-minute videos. 3-hour videos. I've made a lot longer videos way back in the past. This one, well, 2 hours, 33 minutes, 23 views. But I'm trying to find ones with like single digits. With a lot of, look, I could just make all these things with just very, very popular videos. Like I did do one, man defends himself against 2 women and hot dog stand. A lot of views, 537. I could just keep making those. It only took 12 minutes, 33 seconds. Rather than these on topic, all breadcrumbs lead to the North Pole and Sophia. 3 views, 2 hours, 22 minutes. And of course, this is copyright material. So it's been blocked worldwide. So you can't even watch it. Let's see. Oh, let's just keep going. Let's do Rose. I wish they could do all of it, but it's going to take them a long time. So you would think I would stop. I would have stopped the last couple of months because sometimes I don't even get views that are in the double digits. Excuse me. You would think I would stop. But do I stop? No. So, look, if you want to start something with me, Nathan Oakley, or John Quantum Eraser, feel free. You've got a lot of stuff that you're gonna have to fight. It's an uphill battle because one, I don't stop. Two, you, instead of me attacking the bigger, I guess you are bigger. Instead of stopping something more important, as far as in the scheme of things, I just focus on stopping you as well, and I'll keep going. And the thing is, yeah, you may be able to copyright strike me and block my videos from YouTube, but are you going to stop it on Periscope? Are you going to stop it on Steam it through Vim.tv? Are you going to stop it through DLive.tv, through all of that stuff? And you know, all my videos I still have. Eventually I'll just put them up somewhere else, or I'll just create more backup channels and keep uploading where you won't even know where or who that those videos are. So you'd have to go searching for them, and it's gonna take a long time for you to keep searching for them. And you know, that's stuff I'll take time out to do. Let's see, look at some of my older videos when I start becoming woke. Like I did more videos of my dog, of some computer stuff, which I could have kept on going with instead, and I helped out with some other stuff, some video games, and then I started waking up right here, presidential election debate, and look at that. And then I started doing stuff on politics and fishing. Politics, solution number 1, hold politicians accountable, no more multi-package bills, 14 views. You think I would stop there? Oh, fishing, surveying fishing spots. A lot of views. I love fishing. I love making fishing videos. I could keep making fishing videos and getting a lot more views, but there are more important things to do. And I've got such a backup of fishing videos that I would love to share with people, but we may not be able to until I have bigger things to do. Like February 4th, 2017, 17 views, news media part 1 of agendas, politicians, banks, corporation, news media, and advertising. A lot of that stuff, low views. All that stuff. So I could have kept going. I mean, I could have stopped. That's what I mean. Politician solution number 3, find common ground. You know, this is way back. 6 views. Did I stop there? February 9, 2017? No, I did not. So, yeah, I don't care if no one watches my videos or if it's only 3 or 4 people. I want those 3 or 4 people to watch those videos. So, yeah, it's going to be fun if you want to keep going against me, Nathan and John, because I'll keep going despite low views, despite not making any money from it, despite anything else, but just to spite you and your lying, hypocritical, gatekeeping behaviors. I will. And you know that. And that's why I hear a lot of crickets. I mean, I would love for you to keep on commenting on my videos. Just keep at it. I would love it. Or maybe if someone points me to one of your videos where you're claiming something about me, yeah, do that. I would love for you to do that, because you know what? I'm just going to come back at you. Okay. This is my main channel now. Oh, wait, I didn't finish up. On my backup channel. Because some people comment on my backup channel, some people comment on my main channel. So this is the one I'm talking about. So your excuse for stealing my after show and broadcasting it before I did it is that I use a 3-second soundbite from Mad Max. No. Oh, yes, you stole from me. This is your excuse for theft. No worries, Abon. I will out you as a thief and demonstrate that my threat was to protect my property, which you stole from me. I hope it was worth it. You really want to start something with me? Are you sure about that? Yeah. Are you sure about that, Nate? Let's do that. Let's go. I think they did change it where Tim Osmond, I think they did change it to where you can have 1 strike and still stream. Weird that you can't stream. I reply, it's okay. I still live stream, just not on YouTube. It's more of a hassle to still focus uploading on YouTube, but mainly those that like to typically interact with me on YouTube chat are the ones who it hits. I don't make money unless you consider around $38 in 3 years of creating YouTube content as making money. So it really doesn't matter to me that much. I kind of want to get kicked off of YouTube on both my channels to show how bad YouTube Google's censorship is. Then I can finally move on to focusing on other live streaming platforms and leave YouTube Google in the dust. Oh, also, like the whole thing. If I keep making all that, if you keep copyright striking my videos, Nathan and John and your crew, that's fine, because that's just more ammunition that you are trying to censor someone, censoring the truth. Now, if you can do that on YouTube, but are you going to be able, and say you are successful on taking down my videos in Periscope, and say you are successful in taking down my videos in Steam It, and also on DLive, I'm just going to keep going. For one, it definitely shows that you are trying to censor someone trying to speak the truth. And second, you can't really stop it, and you're going to have to take all your time away in order to do all of that. So more work for you, more work for me, but I enjoy that work. Are you going to enjoy that work to try to stop it? No, I doubt you are. Kathy B, oh, ouch. At 30 minutes, 31 seconds, glad I didn't hear another hard slap. Ouch. But I don't know if I heard a loud snap, so I'm not sure if I can like that one. Stuart Lundy, Earth is demonstrably level. This is the first time I knew about Stuart, and I subscribed to him. Nathan Oakley is a dishonest, sly little snake. Provides nothing but endless, pointless debates without any sense of progression of finding out where and who we are. It's just a money-making game to him and his crew. Keep at them, and as we say here, don't let the bastards grind you down. I like that one. All right, so we'll go back to my main channel. Oops. Give me a second here. And again, let me refresh. And many of you guys, YouTube likes to, for some reason, put the comments on held for review or spam, so I have to go through and look through most of them. And I guess it's good. I mean, some of the people I really trust commenting and puts actually just comments that are worthwhile, because I would rather have people who come on and look at my videos to just read comments that have some worth to them. So if they are held for review and they have some worth, I will go ahead and show them. All right. Let's see. Let's go to notification. Okay, Daz Studio 68. And after Oaks praised your work on your channel and told everyone to sub. Not cool, dude. My reply, you mean the channel he tells everyone to sub, then copyright strikes? Yeah, not cool, dude. Captain Will, wait, you have been copyright struck, violated by N. Oakley, is that correct? He just not more than a few hours ago asked you to plug your channel, which you did. So what gives? How are you in copyright violation due to Nathan Oakley? Stranger by the moment is an understatement concerning everything flat earth. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Unsubscribe from both channels because he stole my intellectual property. Channel owner is a thief. That's Nathan Oakley 1980. Delete the elite. You're so triggered, Nathan, quite hilarious. You're even so mad you started talking shit about Tim's brother. That's how low you were prepared to go for your YouTube shield checks. I'm laughing my fucking ass off. What a joke you are, Nate. Kathy B, 2 days ago, a couple of, she always tries to help me. I know about that. Leads rules. Are you certain it's not a troll sock account? I'm pretty certain Nathan would not do that to you without an explanation or communication first. I contacted him to clarify it was indeed him, because I've never heard him ever say he has copyrighted someone he knows and has on his show quite frequently. Plus, Nathan has been the victim of false copyright claims himself, as someone tried to shut his channels down, which blocked him for ages while sorting it out with YouTube. This is something is not quite right here, and recommend contacting him instead of putting this public until you are here and have the facts. Just saying, I unfortunately work only in the public. I don't like doing anything if I have to privately. And what else can I show you here? Let's go over. Let's see, you can look at all my stuff here, all my folders, all this other stuff. When am I going to show you Restream? That's right, Restream.io. This is the date modified. You can see I did not modify it as it occurred. That's what's there. And this is the entirety of that live stream where Nathan Oakley is making comments. And if I copied it and I pasted it on Word, which I've already done this, but I'm just going to do it again. Paste, and you can see everything here with Nathan Oakley 1980. Shazam! Shazam! Oops, that takes it away. There we go. Let's see. Here's the good one. Let's see. Oh, I even say, hey, if you upload the full video, then I will take this video down. Nathan Oakley, he didn't. He uploaded a censored, edited version. Let's see. What was the timing of it? Let's see. Oh, here we go. 241:36. This is my show, Abon. I'm striking you as I type this. Yeah. I already kind of went through this on a different show, so let's not go ahead and rehash that. It was very telling when Stuart McKenzie is also on DLive now. Awesome, Stuart. I would like to one of these days. I need to coordinate with more of you so I can try to talk with you, because I like what you guys have and what you guys say. I like to know what you guys are looking into and researching, and what your thoughts are and things like that, because I don't have time as much to research. I spend half my time researching, I spend half my time getting ready for a live stream and a video, and I spend half, well, that's part of the time for actual live streaming. So, like for example, when I'm getting ready to live stream and all my videos, the setup it takes for me to get everything ready, it's it can be anywhere from half an hour to 2 hours just to prep a show. And so when I do multiple videos in a row, I'm still doing a lot of prep. So actually going live and having these live streams, there are no teleprompters. It takes time for me to get ready, and then to actually spend the time doing it and talking with people, which of course you can always come on in and talk with me. All the data you need is in the description box and any of my YouTube videos. If you want it on DLive, you're not there, I'll just give you the link. If you can also go to Steam it. It'll have all the description box information for the Zoom to join in. Pretty simple. All right, Stuart McKenzie was very telling when you had them in a corner, Bond, and was shocked how Nathan attacked and silenced you. I agree 100% with your infinite regress statement. I saw where you were going with your YouTube creator comment also before you were timely cut off. We are YouTube creators, but someone created YouTube itself, then someone created the internet, and so on. Infinite regress fallacy is a fallacy itself right enough. Great work sticking to your guns, bud. All the best. Yes, I agree with that, Stuart. I'll watch you on Twitter, but I'll watch you again when it's not so like you bringing truth to bond. Kathy B, always great. Nathan Oakley 1980. I didn't strike you, so you're a liar and a thief. Somehow my backup channel is copyright struck, but I cannot live stream. Ever since you stayed in live stream that at 2:36:59 p.m. YouTube. Nathan Oakley 1980. I do this for a living at Bond. Are you seriously going to make me strike you for stealing my shit? And I say, keep commenting on my videos, liar, hypocrite, thief, and gatekeeper. Azurski is a good friend of mine. Frustrating situation. I admire you sticking to your efforts to call things out for what they are, no matter who's doing so. It makes you great at what you do. Elijah Freeman. Man, I know you would agree with the sentiment that this sucks. I love the... Yeah, like, example. Why would I want to go picking fights with people who can pretty much take me down? He has a crew. Do I have a crew? I do not have a crew. He's got a lot of people watching him. He's got people who throws him money on Super Chat. Do you see anyone throwing me money on Super Chat? Well, I can't live stream on YouTube, so no one can throw me Super Chats. But in the history of my Super Chatting, live streaming on YouTube, there's only been 2 people who sent me Super Chat money. And I know who those are, those 2 people. You want to know who those 2 people are and how much they gave me? Well, here we go. Let's find out. Let's see. Here I'm at Restream. Let's go to my on topic. Let's go to, I think, images. And let's see. First one was Ronnie Foshi. $5. I screenshotted it and I thanked them for the next couple of videos. I haven't taken my money out of YouTube yet. I haven't figured that out. And then secondly was Yuya Numoto. She sent me $2 and I thanked her for that. That's very awesome. With a hand wave. So those are the only 2 people who've ever smashed the super chat for me. I doubt you have or know how many people who gave you super chat money and screenshots of them, Nathan. Okay, Elijah Freeman, I'm going to continue on. Man, I know you would agree with the sentiment that this sucks. I love the Nathan O show, especially because of panelists like you. I wanted to join so many times, but the link always takes me to a Hangouts install webpage. At the end of the day, I love your work. You're a subscriber to me. Thank you. And you're always welcome to join in on my show. Okay. Delete the elite. Good vid. I mean, a few vids about vaccines as well. You might like them. And I did subscribe to you. Delete the elite. I need to watch them. All right, let's see. Elijah Freeman. God, that was perfect. I've been waiting to call in. Haven't figured out how despite help. And mentioned the globe religion 2000 from now as a feasible retort. You were spot on with that. With what I've been dying to say, that my spirit jumped for joy. I'm glad. That's a good one. I get the quantum erasure experiment. I can even accept the creator part, but what WDF does that have to do with the Bible? About as much as globe Earth information has to do with where we live. Thank you so very much. God, keep strong. There are a few thinkers like you that I sympathize with, and the world needs us. Funny enough, the way they describe how Jesus was criticized for his views is the same thing that happens anytime the mainstream narrative of the time is questioned. It is that's the truth of the Bible that I wish people pointed to. The patterns that pull us into certain behaviors expose others' behaviors. Never changes, not even in a 2,000-year-old book. And I say, well put. I hope you can figure things out. In order to call in, you can click on the Zoom link when I'm live streaming, and it will install on your smartphone or computer. Otherwise, there's a toll-free calling number. Abon Kim will do. To put another pin here for myself, as well as to put out there. What if the Bible represents this? This is a long one. Maybe there was no bigger truth than whatever Jesus presented at that time. They say Jesus is truth, is God, all-knowing, and born of himself. Perhaps it simply meant that he had the best opposing ideas to mainstream ever. Suppose he was enlightened enough to not be of a system he knew was a belief. He would expose the fabric of reality, which in all elusive honesty is in our minds as it pertains to us and what we can achieve with the physical reality in front of us. That kind of truth would put him beyond any model or thought process birthed from a model. Thus, he can be perceived as truth, human, and all-knowing of the truth, which is the unnecessary evil of this world manifested from beliefs. Why evil manifests so powerfully, who knows? I don't know why we seek truth, even though we too see this pattern and the road of consequences we are headed down. The ridicule, the blind denial, the violent anger, and ultimately crucifixion. We see it coming, but something in us attracts us to truth unwaveringly. I could see a person like that dying for the cause. I can feel that within myself, and perhaps that's why they say God is in us too. So obviously I fight it. I hate being ridiculed. I want to just let things be, but I can't. And perhaps the Bible is simply a description of that, whether we see the patterns or not. That is an interesting perspective. We do see anger in those who believe against those who do not. Yeah, Elijah. I hope I need to contact you and just try to set up something where we can talk. Tommy Lee. I knew from the moment I talked to Nathan that he is a planted shill or something along those lines. He acts like a man-child when you pointed him out as a fraud. Thank you for these videos. That's like a year or so ago. Thank you. Abon, this is from John Zudlik. Abon went to place on that hangout was a disgrace for Nathan O and company. I had been suspecting something was not right with that show for a while now. What took place convinced me that his channel should no longer be viewed. I think it should be. We have an idea of where he's coming from now. Sorry you had to be, or at least I do. You had to be the one to go through that, but in the end, you did great service by letting them expose themselves. Thanks. And Joseph, sorry. I didn't mean to do that on accident. Alex Smith, Earth cannot be flat because we have day-night cycles. For example, if the sun were centered above the flat Earth, there would be daytime in all countries at the same time. Same if the moon would be centered above the flat Earth, it would be nighttime in all countries simultaneously. Earth has to be a globe because we have daytime in some countries, while the other side of the globe has nighttime. I would say whatever your decision is about the shape of the Earth, just make sure it's your decision, not someone else's. That's all I have to say about that. Unusual veracity. Ibon, respectfully, it was Nathan's platform, and you already know he's serious about his show. I understand your frustration regarding the discussion and how dismissive Nathan can be. I also tend to agree with your position about truth being free. However, I think uploading before he did cross the line. Just my opinion, you're fine regardless. Also, drama is a natural human condition, not exclusive to YouTube, and a big reason why the Earth is a sphere now. We're easily distracted. I will disagree on some points. I Level Awakening, see you on Dells a couple of times subbed. We'll come back and check out your content. Peace to you. Thank you, I Level Awakening. And I am subbed to your channel. Anon Moto, he is a fucking jackass. Condom Replacer is a religious zealot. But yeah, I agree. I guess I'll give you a thumbs up. Alright. West Coast Wisdom, and I am sub to you as well. Nice that you have the unmuted version. And I go, yeah, talk about Dick Moo. John claims my position. Nathan's video appears as though I have absolutely no disagreement as to that being my position. Well, meanwhile, in my unedited version of the Hangout, people can clearly hear me many times as to that not being my position. Biggs Buzz. So you're saying Nathan blocked you after one conversation, but argues with other people day in and day out, and they're always welcome back the next day? Yeah, quite odd as to why, eh? One of these days I'm gonna live stream at the same time Nathan Oakley has a live stream where I can get in and see if I'm blocked or not. I Love Awakening. First longer talk I listened to, Keep Talking. I tuned for you. If you're not a hip-hop fan, you may not like it. I listened to both songs that he linked. It's good. The lyrics are good. I am a fan of hip-hop. I've listened to less and less hip-hop these days. I guess rap these days, or hip-hop these days, just it hasn't been good. Anyways, so it was good. It might have resonated with me a few months ago, but I think it will play. But I don't think I will play a major part in the system reboot. That's for the younger generation. I think I might be playing more of a part of what comes after, if I'm still here with the after. I Love Awakening, Ebon Kim. At Ebon Kim, I am 52. If not us, then who? I heard a warrior engaged in exactly that. Many in a fight see only the light of their own candles, surrounded on all sides by the darkness, but our single candles with their little circles of light have the potential of lighting others, and so on. Only in hindsight are we able to see how the littlest of things created life-changing moments. So true with us, I think. You have the courage to speak, the integrity to reveal yourself, and from what I have heard so far, you take the time to reflect. Your willingness to express your truth will open it to critique and allow you to better define it. That in itself is the system reboot. This might have been more to your topic. And we are eerily on the same path, particularly on your analogy with the candles. Your thoughts seem to correspond with mine, but with more optimism, definitely. I hope you can come to have a conversation with me someday. Todd Liley, I entirely disagree with much of what you believe. It's not belief, but that is fine. However, I agree on the following. Nathan and John are clowns running a clown show. Nathan worships John as John is giving him all his arguments. I did not know that. Also, John is a bad arguer, bullies, and this show is really bad, especially with the manipulation of the audio. I also agree that an agnostic is a coherent position and represents the view that we are unable to confirm a God or not, but not an atheist. Agnosticism is a coherent position where you can represent that you are not yet decided, convinced, or have knowledge of God. John is like Nathan, a clown. I have already on the channel criticized John heavily, and he is upset because I point out that John makes a religious assertion from the quantum eraser experiment. He decides that there has to be supernatural explanations, and the moment we go down that route, we end up with the position of a globe earth because Jesus made it. He's also a total hypocrite about the view of what science is. I've never seen quantum entangled photons in nature. Good comment. Proficient Pirate. Hey, Abon, I always see you on Nathan Oakley and think you're an honest and down-to-earth person. No pun intended. I hope you work out the copyright stuff. I found you out. You're in my neck of the woods and thought I'd reach out. Hope all is well. And I subscribe to you. I am going to look at some of your videos. It's cool if you're close to where I live. Because I would love to have interviews with people, like live interviews rather than through Zoom with people who might be around with me, and I think that would be awesome. But I don't think there are many people that live in Columbus, Nebraska or near it where that can happen. Kathy B, always watching all my videos, even if it's showing American Robins, and she doesn't miss a beat. She is way better journalist than me. She has her work. I wish on her videos she would or YouTube or something, just find a way where we can access her blogs and her written work, because she does a lot of written work. Isaac, I think you caught and affirming the consequent logical fallacy with DNA proteins. And I reply, oh, at least within the confines of this conversation. Billy Sanchez, before I noticed that you posted this video, I got the inkling that John may be a gatekeeper after watching Nathan's show today. He seems to have preconceived responses to change the direction of the topic. And my reply is, this was the first time I actually got to engage in a conversation with him, even though I've been on the panel multiple times. When he spoke, it's difficult to get a word sometimes. This was also the first time I disagreed with either Nathan or John's stance on something. And just for asking a question or just telling them that my stance is not the stance that they are claiming it is. And in response, I am a prick, or I am called a prick, a clown, ignorant, etc. It just ironed me, I admit. Captain Will responded, at least you held their feet to the fire and didn't let them up. They should be ashamed to not hold themselves to their own scientific standards for proof of everything they claim. I agree. Unusual veracity, 8 hours ago. Good point around 24 minutes regarding the editing difference in videos, which thank you very much, because that's what had me create this video, which I'm doing right now live. It makes your position about posting the video before Nathan a bit stronger in my opinion. I still probably would have waited after he posted his after show, but I'm just a worthless spectator. I reply, you are not just a worthless spectator. I will admit, I do react quite quickly, right or wrong. Sometimes like this, something like this happened before, where someone used a secondary Zoom account of mine for free, mind you, where I specified the only stipulation is to keep it open to the public. The person doing so did not, so I shut it down. He claimed he forgot, and I asked multiple times in the chat to provide the link, and he claimed he didn't see it. There was a big scuffle over it, and again, I reacted quickly, right or wrong. Captain Will, 38 minutes, 39 seconds. What is your malfunction? No experiments needed when citations should suffice. Good work on you to take one for the team. Your channel survives and thrives. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Powell Broda. I don't know, man. Why are they trying to push that bullshit about God for? It's like saying Narnia exists. It's crazy they should be placed in a psychiatric hospital. I don't think so. It was such a good show. Now is a shit show. I'm gonna go there to listen. Slick, you did good at Bond. Thank you. I'm not sure about the heart. Like, as much, I wouldn't say they're crazy. I don't like putting people in a crazy box, because people put me in a crazy box. It's because of what I think and what I've done my research on. So I don't want to be putting other people in that same box. So thumbs up, but not a heart. All right, David Giles. Cognitive dissonance can be and that's the same thing. People use that cognitive dissonance thrown around everywhere. They'll call me having cognitive dissonance, and it's like, do you even understand the term? You understand where you're like? Anyways, can be described with the words, it's not my job to support your claim, which in reality means it's not my job to look at your evidence, as I believe it may contradict my belief. He also affirms the consequence in the double slit experiment when he affirms without proof that light is a photon, thus ruling out that it may not be either a wave or a particle, and may even be a field or a rod and or beam. Like, almost a heart. This one, you do get a heart in it. Like, okay, does DNA actually exist in reality, or is it just theoretical code and CGI? Other questions: who calibrated the first barometer, and was it calibrated in a perfect vacuum, which no one has ever managed to create or measure, nor likely ever will, without a perfectly calibrated pressure measuring barometer? I reply, you should be making videos. Those are very good questions. I'll do one last refresh, see if there's been any comments since I've been doing this video. It takes a while. My chat's not very ongoing because it's only connected to YouTube, which YouTube isn't live streaming. So the only way you can actually see anyone commenting on the right of the screen, right over there, is through Periscope. So nothing new on the public or on held for review, and nothing new here. Okay, that ends my live stream for this video. Again, you will see the entire full unedited uncensored version. That was my recording, which I did not mute anybody's voices, where you can see that definitely when John Quantum Eraser was going through his I guess evidences for a creator gatekeeping article, that he said your position, Ebon, and kept going. On Nathan's video, you'll see not a peep out at me. On my video, you'll hear me and others obviously stating many times that, hey, it's not my position. You be the judge.